What's going on, everyone? So the Golden State Warriors are a sinking ship, and they really need to get that secondary star. They really need to get that other guy. De'Aaron Fox, he could potentially be available. Sacramento is, again, another sinking ship. They also have like the third toughest schedule coming up, and they can't beat anybody right now. Neither can the Warriors, and just fired the head coach. It's a mess, right? Sacramento Kings are in total disarray. Now, if De'Aaron Fox does become available, there's going to be a lot of suitors, right? There's already several teams mentioned, from Houston to Spurs to Lakers to Warriors, right? Like, you have several teams that are very interested in going and acquiring De'Aaron Fox. So there might be a lot of competition for that. Now, if you miss out on Fox, perfect world, you get Fox, because you could go get Fox and still keep Wiggins. So you could have something like Fox, Steph, Wiggins, Draymond, and like Trace Jackson. That would be really nice, right? Like that good squad, good balance, good defense. Got that other guy. De'Aaron Fox is every year one of the best fourth quarter players, one of the best closers, right? One of the best fourth quarter scorers that you'd be putting alongside Steph Curry. That guard tandem would just be tough. Good luck, right? Like, no one would want to play De'Aaron Fox and Steph Curry, right? And the team and the guy that just keeps beating you, you finally, join forces with. I think that there's, some story to be told there. However, if they aren't able to get De'Aaron Fox, that would be the prize for them, right? And it's really the best trade that's available right now, right? Jimmy Butler, he appears to be off the market, although I don't really buy Jimmy Butler's really off the market. I think for the right price, you could easily go get Jimmy Butler. Cam Johnson is another piece that has been linked, and supposedly the Warriors are favorites to land Cam Johnson. So, again, there's some potential buzz there, and he's like perfect for their system and the way that they play. I mean, he is like an excellent compliment. But they kind of want to make that splash. And if they could get De'Aaron Fox, that's that splash. And it gives you a guy even after the Steph era to kind of, have at least that foundation for. Or you could look to trade him if you really want to kind of hit the reset button and rebuild again, right? You just trade him. It'll probably be at most 30 at that point, right? So, like, you could still trade him and maybe get a pretty good return for him, and then just go, reset and go really young and just start from scratch if that's the route and approach that you want to take. The other idea would be, if you're the Warriors, do you go get Sabonis? I actually think that there's an argument that makes more sense, because they can go get Sabonis and still keep Andrew Wiggins. So, and as far as like defense and stuff like that goes, like, you'd be fine. You have Draymond slotted alongside him. You'd still be able to keep Andrew Wiggins, right? Like, whatever you keep. Can you keep Pod? If not, you have like Gary Payton, guys like that. Like, you have the defense, you have the pieces around that you need, right? Like Dennis Schroeder, right, as like the point of attack. So you could go like Schroeder with Steph, right, Wiggins, Draymond, and Sabonis, give you a real center that they haven't had since like Bogut, right? Like McGee, right? Like, and you're talking about a legit like near triple double a night guy that can make plays, that you can dump the ball down to. Defensively, he doesn't give you much, right? He's not really this defensive anchor, but I think you'd be fine. And just think of the offense that you could run. Imagine Sabonis and his playmaking ability running with Steph. He's one of the best passing big men in the league, right? Like, he's like a poor man Jokic, right? And so to have that to match up, and then have Steph and all the shooters and whatnot, Buddy Hield and these guys running off of Sabonis and his ability to pass out of the double team, or you could just run your offense through him, and then you still have Draymond and his ability to make plays and his ability to make passes. I don't hate the idea, right? Like, Sabonis is making like $40 million, but again, it's like, what other impact, what other star is there that makes sense? And like I said, if you can keep Wiggins, sure, like, you're in good shape. Right? Like, if you can, as long as you can keep Wiggins, now you got, again, look, you were able to win a championship with Wiggins as essentially your second best player. Now, he was playing excellent. He was playing at an all-star level, but still, you were able to win with Wiggins playing that way. And yeah, you had Clay and Poole and guys like that, but imagine if you had a guy in Sabonis and his ability to make plays, his ability to make passes stuff. If that's like your plan B, that's not a bad plan B. Obviously, I still think plan A should be De'Aaron Fox. If you can get Fox, I think that's great. Him and Steph, I think would be fine. And De'Aaron Fox gives them that secondary shot creator, shot maker, gives you a guy that can take pressure off of Steph and help you close at the end of games. Like De'Aaron Fox is the answer for the Sacramento Kings. But if you let's say he goes to the Spurs, because I think the Spurs are the best place for De'Aaron Fox. Right? I think him and Wemby, they have the assets, they have the money, they have everything. Wemby makes $13 million next season, $16 the next. They can push their chips all in and go win a championship, right? So I do think it makes a lot of sense for him to go to the Spurs. So let's say that happens. Let's say he does end up going to the San Antonio Spurs. If you're the Warriors and now Sacramento ends up having a fire sale, go get Sabonis. Like, how many teams are going to be lining up to go get Sabonis? Like, don't get me wrong, he's excellent center. But most of the top teams already have their guy, already have their center. How many teams need a center? Right? Like, not very many. And then how many need a $40 million center? Not very many. You know a team that does? The Warriors. Right? Like, yeah, they've been able to operate and function without it. But the rebounding, the playmaking, the interior scoring and presence that he would provide, the toughness and physicality that he can play with, I think it would just open up an entire new layer for the Golden State Warriors. I think there's a real... I think if you're the Warriors, you're at least having a conversation. Right? I think you're at least, picking up the phone like, hey, good luck with trading Fox. What do you want for Sabonis? There's an argument to be made that could make them even more dynamic than Fox potentially. Because again, it gives you what you need at center position. You still get to keep Andrew Wiggins. You're good at the guard play right now, right? So you're just kind of looking to upgrade in areas of need. Well, you solve that. You get a center that you've needed forever, right? But it's not just like a serviceable center. It's not just a guy that rebounds. No, it's like a guy that rebounds, can make plays, can score the basketball, right? Makes a ton of sense, and the type of actions and stuff that you can run with Steph, and Steve Kerr can kind of play him in that souped up Draymond role at times, and then you still have Draymond slotted alongside of him with Wiggins slotted alongside. I just think defensively you'd be good. I think you'd be fine. You still could do everything that you do from a Warrior standpoint. And I just think would really kind of raise the ceiling. And again, it's what else is out there that's better? Again, if you're the Warriors, you have to make a decision. You have to pick a lane here. Either A, you're going the rebuild route, talk to Steph and just be like, hey, buddy, there's nothing out there. It just doesn't make sense. Where do you want to go? Wherever it is, we'll send it to you. And you do right. Everyone thinks you're the hero. You did right by your star. Guys didn't part and parted amicably. It wasn't this hateful thing. It just, you have that. And look, maybe Steph says no, I want to retire a Warrior. Even if you can't make it work, it's fine. I'll just stay. Then now you're absolved, right? Now it's okay, well, that's on Steph. We gave him the out. We did the right thing, and he said he wants to stay, so we're gonna keep him. We're not gonna get rid of him. Right? Unless he wants out. So he wants to stay, he wants to ride it out, and we'll do our best to do right by him, but he understands where we're at. He understands where if that guy comes along and is available, Giannis becomes available or something, we'll make that move. But outside of that, we're going to stay the course because they're trying too hard to operate on two different timelines, and it's just not working. Right? You can't develop young guys while trying to win and compete and win a championship. It just doesn't work that way. Right? So they really need to kind of pick a direction, pick a lane. And I think that either A, you go make that move and you go get a Sabonis or a Fox or something like that, or you talk to Steph and you go, hey, we're gonna go the rebuild route, and you look to trade Steph Curry. Warrior fans might not be happy about that, but you have two options here: make a push and try to get this guy some help. You're terrible, right? You're not doing anything right now anyway. You can't beat anybody. Right? And that's not going to change unless you actually pull something off. You had a bunch of guys that overachieved early in the season, and then the law of averages played out, and now look. Now everyone's playing how they usually play other places, and you're not a good basketball team. So how do you get to be a good basketball team? You got to make a big splash. You got to go get that guy. Sabonis makes a lot of sense. So does De'Aaron Fox, right? If you can get Fox or Sabonis, I think you make it happen. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of De'Aaron Fox? Do you think, no, stay away from Fox, go get Sabonis? Do you think stay away from both? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. I love to hear it, so let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.